Welcome to the Zone 864 podcast. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Today is Thursday, July 1st, 2021. First of the month. What's going on Instagram? What's going on Facebook? What's going on YouTube? What's going on Twitter and Periscope? Once again, hello, hello, hello. How are you today? I hope you all have had a wonderful day. So, if you're not doing anything, grab some snacks, grab a drink, and sit back and listen to me talk. Listen to me talk. We're going to be talking about Mr. Bill Cosby, America's favorite dad, home from prison, released from prison on a 10-year bid, 3 years in. But yeah, so we're going to get into that tonight. And yeah, I'll be right back.
What's up? What's up? What's up? You know who this is? This your boy Trap PZ. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. Temptation is easy, but life is hard. I like my chicks thick, just like Nicki Minaj. I've been rapping for a minute, but it's just the beginning. I'm allergic to losing and addicted to winning. I ain't rich, but the swag is worth $1 million. Iced out wrist, yeah, homie, I'm chillin'. Entrepreneur, trying to get my money to the ceiling. Bill collector stock calling, what a wonderful feeling. Responsibility for me, it comes with age. This a new chapter in life, so turn the page. I ain't trying to stay back in the past, forget the nonsense. Got no time for haters or negative comments. I remember growing up, man, I used to have dreams, and now I just want to be a success by any means, whether it be in this music or something else. I'ma make the most out of the hand that I was dealt. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne, jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne, jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. When I was a teen, niggas couldn't tell me nothing. I was so young and naive, it's hard to believe, especially when it came to relationships. Loving for the wrong reasons, it's because of those hips. Fascinated by the way the girl's body was shaped. You damn right, I was trying to get that birthday cake. Instead of focusing on girls, should have been focused on college. Cause the older I get, life requires more knowledge. Times change, went from recession to progression. And I hope all these CEOs have learned their lessons. Being greedy will put you on the street corner with the needy, holding a sign, cause now you can't even make a dime. That's why I'm learning how to cherish the little things in life. I try to do less wrong and try to do more right. And little homie, don't pay attention to those bums. You can make it anywhere, no matter where you from. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne, jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne, jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I approach rapping with the same passion as acting, illustrating out the actions while you imagine what happened. Money don't make me, I make money. It be a fight to the death if anybody take it from me. I'm a real G and real G's do real things. I've been putting in work since before I was a teen. Ain't talking in the streets, I'm talking over the beat, killing the track. This is murder first degree. Music is like a drug that I just can't kick. So every other week it's like I'm putting out new shit. It's like a natural high when I got the pen in my hand. I can go to different places. I don't think you understand. I'm only human, so I'ma express the way that I feel. Mommy don't like me cussing in my raps for real, but this microphone is my favorite place to vent. And if I said it in my lyrics, then that's what I really meant. I be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne, jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne, jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop.
Please remember that this is just a melody.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Show your support. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Let's get this out there. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Welcome again, everyone. Welcome to the Zone 864 podcast. I am your host, Trapped at Dawn. How y'all doing out there? Apologize for that long segue there. I had to make some adjustments. Had to make make sure that my stream
Please remember that this is just a melody.
was right. And I'm not necessarily too much in a rush this evening. So yeah, just sit back, relax, take in this information, support Black media. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, family, let's go ahead and get into it. But while we're at it, while we're getting into it, if you're watching on Facebook, please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button so that when I go live, you'll be able to get the notification. And if you're busy when I do go live, you'll be able to go back and look into your notifications and see that I was live. And then you'll be able to watch the stream later. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. If you're watching on Twitter, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching on Periscope, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Show me your love. Show me some support, y'all. I'm out here being a part of the new Black media. I'm out here taking my time, my God-given time, to inform the people. I am out here bringing messages to the forefront, messages that mainstream media, messages that you will not hear from mainstream media. We all know that when it comes to Black people, especially Black men, we all know that the mainstream media is just out to get us. They are out for blood every single chance they get. Ain't no way around it. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're LeBron James. You see what goes on with LeBron James. Every time LeBron James speaks up on social issues, and the problem is actually getting a little bit worse, by the way. Every time LeBron James speaks up on social issues, they tell him to shut up and dribble. Did you guys see that two new hires, two new basketball coaches, Jason Kidd to the Dallas Mavericks and Chauncey Billups to the Portland Trail Blazers? So both of these men have a little bit of messiness in their past, as most of us do, because none of us are perfect. We all have skeletons in the closet. We all have secrets that we would never want anyone to know. But unfortunately, because these guys are world famous athletes, they don't get the benefit. They don't get the benefit of the doubt, and they don't get the luxury for their background, their messy laundry, not to be aired in public. Unfortunately, if you're going to be seeking fortune and fame, I should say, if you're going to be seeking fame, the whole paparazzi, the whole nonsense with the media, the whole headlines, that's the cancellations, all of that that's a part of the game. And as a person that is actually in the music industry myself, I'm glad I decided to slow my roll and not try to be the biggest and the most famous thing in the world, because Lord knows when you get dragged into certain situations, you don't just get dragged in it, your entire family gets dragged in it too. Anybody that's associated with you gets dragged in it too. So Mr. Bill Cosby, the legend himself, Mr. Jello Pudding himself, was released from state prison yesterday after serving 3 years of a 10-year sentence. I just want y'all to understand something. Bill Cosby is no angel. We all know this, okay? Back in the 60s and the 70s, everybody was partying. Everybody was doing drug. I mean, it's still that way now in the industry, in the Hollywood industry, but back then it was more prevalent. Back that it was just a lifestyle. And there were a bunch of women that accused Mr. Cosby of inappropriate behavior. They saying things like he drugged them and he had them take pills and they went to sleep and he fondled them or whatever, some stuff along those lines. I don't want to get too graphic because I got some young people on my page, and I try to keep my stuff as professional and as clean as I could possibly get it. But y'all get the picture. But all of these women that have come forth, all these women look like crackheads. Most of them look like drug addicts. Let me hold on. Let me pull up one Instagram. Y'all won't be able to see this. You'll only be able to hear what I'm saying. You'll only be able to hear everything via audio. So if you want to see it, if you want to see the live stream, you can head over to my YouTube. Just type in Zone 864 podcast in the YouTube search bar, and that should take you to my YouTube page, and you can watch it, or you can go to Twitter. My Twitter handle is @podcast zone864. That'll take you to my Twitter page, and you can watch the stream on my Twitter page. But let me show y'all something real quick. Hold on. Family, look at the picture on the screen. Look at the picture on the screen. This is model Janice Dickerson. Y'all see that right there? Model says she lied about Cosby interaction to make money via the Atlanta Black Star. Model says she lied about Cosby interaction to make money. Tells a different story in court. Look at that. Look at that on the screen. Look at that. She looked like she done took all kind of pills, all kind of drugs, sniffed all kind of cocaine. Obviously she doing all kind of injections on her face. And you know what? Hold on, family. I'll be right back, family. Hold on. I'll be right back. Apologize about that, family. I am back. I apologize for that little delay. Trying to get my mind right, trying to get my space right. I wanted to come live I wanted to go live yesterday and actually talk about this, but the YouTube streets, the Instagram streets, the Twitter streets was so hot with the black grassroots. You had Tariq Nasheed going live yesterday. You had Boyce Watkins going live yesterday. You had Kwame Brown going live yesterday. You had Vicky Diller. You had like a whole host of different people going live yesterday. So I was like, man, like the grassroots media, the black media is going hard on this story. So I was like, they going a little bit too tough for me. They're going a little bit too hard for me. So let me just fall back and let me allow some of this traffic to get past and let me, because when I tell you, though, Willie D went live, like there was a lot of people that were talking about this story yesterday, and so the energy was kind of, the vibrations were kind of high. So I just wanted to let that pass and give it a day or so. Let the headlines get out there in the media. Let it get out there. Let the buzz kind of die down just a little bit, so then I can come on and do my thing and get my point of view, get my perspective on what's going on. But needless to say, I just showed y'all that picture of Janice Dickerson. She's one of many women that have came forth and made these accusations. I just want you guys to understand something. I want you guys to understand something. And you know what? I'm going to direct this towards the women right now. I just watched an interview with Vivica A. Fox on a certain platform. And in this interview, questions came up about her and 50 Cent, about their relationship, and just trying to get details. In this interview, Vivica A. Fox came out and admitted, you guys, I don't know, some of you might be a little bit young, so some of you guys may not remember, but you know how when women get mad at you, fellas, and the relationship doesn't end on good terms, and maybe some things are said from her about you to somebody else or to the general public that's not true. That's exactly what happened in this situation. Vivica A. Fox basically went out and said that 50 Cent was gay. And in this interview, she recanted that, or she admitted, I should say, that that's a lie, that he's not gay, which we obviously, we've seen 50 with women. As far as I know, 50 has never really projected anything to show us that he is gay. And even if he was gay, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. There's gay people everywhere. There's gay people in your families. There's gay people in churches. There's gay people that work for the government. There's gay people in colleges and universities. Being gay at this day and age, is not a big deal. But basically what I'm getting at is, she went on this interview and she came out and admitted that that was a lie. That the information that she said, that the rumor that she started about 50 Cent being gay, she said that it was a lie. Now, that wasn't really too big of an issue, because obviously it had nothing to do with 50 Cent conducting inappropriate behavior, didn't have anything to do with sexual assault, didn't have anything to do with misconduct, rape, any of that stuff. So it was, as far as the context of the rumor, it was very minuscule. But Ladies, please understand, when you accuse somebody of something, you had better be telling the truth, because the burden of and this is why people get off, because of this fundamental reason right here. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. We say that again. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. And so what do I mean by that? I mean that if you're accusing somebody of something, you had better be able to prove it. Especially now, I'm aware things happen. And sometimes you might not be able to prove it. But in today's game, you got one of these. I'm talking to you guys on the phone right now. I'm also talking to you guys on the laptop right now. There's so much technology that's around. If you're in a place that got cameras, there's so much visual evidence. There's so much stuff that's recording. So surely enough, there should be something to back up a person's claims if something inappropriate is going on or was going on. And ladies, I'm gonna just come out and say it, because we're at an age where we have to start being truthful and honest, even if it hurts. We have to start being brutally honest. We have to start being upfront when it comes to the current ways that society conducts itself between male and female. It's time to cut all the games out. It's time to, we're not in times anymore where you can start a rumor because you're mad at somebody, because now they locking motherfuckers up. They locking niggas up left and right on allegations. Bill Cosby, sentenced to 3 years, served 3 years of a 10-year sentence, came home, went to prison, missed out on 3 years of his life based on allegations. R. Kelly, currently in prison based on allegations. This is the same cycle, the same story. So ladies, if you're going to accuse somebody of something, at least have some kind of evidence, even if it's the smallest piece of evidence. If something physically inappropriate happens to you, y'all need to be going to the police that night, that day, the next day, that week, that month. Don't be waiting 15, 25, 35, 45, 50 years. And I know what people are going to say. Oh, you're not in that victim. You don't understand. You're not in that victim's shoes. You don't know how frightened this person was. You don't know what was going through their mind. They were fearing for their life. And you know what? That's all of that you're saying may be absolutely right. But I'm going to tell you this, not even speaking as a man, I'm speaking as a person. I'm speaking as a person that has 2 legs, 2 arms, a heart, and a brain. I'm speaking as a human being. I'm speaking as a universal being right now. If somebody does something to me, if somebody does anything to my children, if somebody does anything to a family member or somebody that's close to me, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to let that fly. Depending on what it is, I'm going to go to the cops. If it's not something that I'm going to go handle myself, if it's not something that I'm going to go put in work for, if it's not something I feel like, I want to go to jail or prison for, I'm just going to go ahead and tell the cops. Even if there is not an arrest made, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the cops, because at least there's record of it. And I know that as black people, and as a black man, now I'm speaking as a black man, I know that we have a phobia of the police or whatever, but when when all of these atrocious assaults and crimes are happening on other ethnicities of people, they be up in the police office that night. They be up in the precinct that night, filing reports, getting records started, setting up phone taps, taking lie detector tests, all of that stuff. So when it comes to something as serious as a crime or sexual assault, we're not in a place where we can afford to be waiting 15, 25, 35 years. Oh, they fear for their life because they didn't want to tell or whatever. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Ladies, if somebody sexually violates you, y'all asses need to be up in the precinct, and y'all need to be singing like you in church.
Please remember that this is just a melody.
Y'all need to be filing a report, and y'all need to be talking to the police like you're giving a testimony in church. Furthermore, adding on top of this whole Bill Cosby situation and him being released, let's not forget that his arrest took place in 2018. Let's not forget that Barack Obama left office in 2017, January of 2017. Let's not forget that when Barack Obama was in office, let's not forget three things happened when Barack Obama was in office. Let's not forget that Black Lives Matter started when Barack Obama was in office. Let's not forget that Barack Obama is the sole and primary reason that the LGBTQ movement kicked off and is as popular and is as large as it is right now. Let's not forget that. Let's not also forget that under President Barack Obama, that the Me Too movement was also started. So back in that time, basically almost any woman that came out with an accusation against a man, motherfuckers was getting locked up left and right, charged left and right. And I'm not going to sit here and speak poorly and speak down on women that have been assaulted, been abused, have been harmed. If something like that has actually happened to you, then yes, absolutely. And if the person that you're accusing, if they actually did that to you and they did get locked up, they did get charged, whatever, then they had what they had coming to them. And I'm glad that they got caught. I'm glad that they got charged. I'm glad that they got what they deserved. But understand also in the same time that there was major frustration from women. There was a major movement by women to basically take over the planet and minimalize the man. And make us think that even just breathing air, if you walk by and we look at your ass when you walk by because you have a nice plump ass, motherfuckers was getting charged. And I say that very facetiously because as far as I know, I don't know anybody that's been charged for looking at a woman's backside, and so that plays a part today where men, we have to be very careful with how we approach a woman. We have to be very careful of what we say to women. We have to be very careful when it comes to, DMing back and forth. I drank some tea early and it's actually kind of making my mouth a little bit dry. Herbal tea.
Please remember that this is just a melody.
But yeah, we got to be very careful with how we approach women. Got to be very careful with how you treat women. You definitely got to make sure that you're getting consent. And fellas, I know sometimes you might meet a lady out in the club or a bar or whatever. She might have had a few drinks. You might have had a few drinks. Y'all want to go back to your crib, your spot, your home. It's late. You want to get busy. She's looking accessible. That's a sticky situation. I'm going to just tell y'all, with me personally, I mean, now I'm just throwing this out. I don't really get down like that. I don't really pull women from clubs and bars. But at the same time, if I'm in that situation, I'm making sure I get consent. I'm making sure I get her on camera saying that she consents. I'm making sure that I get her on audio saying that she consent. I'm making sure that I have consent. Check, check, check. I have no problem if you are uncooperative or you try to act like you're being kidnapped or whatever. I have no problem calling you an Uber or Lyft and sending you on your way, because no woman walking this earth, personally, for me, is worth my freedom. Nothing is worth my freedom. The only thing that's worth my freedom is if someone does something to one of my family members or my children, and then I got to get busy. I got to put in some work. I might have to sit down. I might have to do that time. I might have to take that hit on my record. I might have to take that my loss with my job. I might have to take a few L's. That's the only time that I'm willing to risk my freedom over a human person, over a human being. Something happened to my family, you're gonna have to deal with me. And if you don't have to, if it's not me dealing with you, it's gonna be one of my brothers dealing with you. It might be my uncle dealing with you. If they don't get to you first, if I don't get to you first, somebody will. And I'm not trying to be no tough guy. Oh, Trap ain't tough. He over here talking tough. No, I just know my role as a man, as a protector walking this earth. That's the reason why naturally most men are stronger than women physiologically. Biologically, stronger than women. We're supposed to be the ones doing the heavy lifting. We're supposed to be the ones doing the defending. We're supposed to be the ones doing the fighting. We're supposed to be the ones doing the rough and tough when it comes down to it. That's why God gave us this extra strength as men. But I got a few things that I want us to go ahead and listen to. So this first thing that we're about to get into, this is Mr. Kwame Brown. Let me say his name right. I'm sorry. It's not Kwame. Kwame. Mr. Kwame Brown having these YouTube streets, having these internet streets on fire, commentating on anybody that comes for his neck. That's how you got to do it. They put the gas, you got to put the gas on them back. You got to match energy. You can't, like today, we part of the reason that we are where we are today, as far as women feeling like men are not as masculine as previous generations of men and more feminine, is because as men, y'all, and I'm gonna say y'all, and when I say y'all, I'm not talking to every man. I'm talking to the men that's out here bowing down to these women, out here simping to these women, out here spending all kind of money on these women, thinking they're gonna get something in return. When they get in the presence of a woman and they speak their opinion and the woman gives them a response back, they feel like they can't say nothing back because, oh, they want to respect the woman. Nah, forget all that. You're a man. And I'm not saying that you have to be disrespectful, but just remember you're a man. Like I said, there's a reason that God made us naturally stronger than women. There's a reason that God made the man the stronger of the species physically. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get into this clip right quick. The first of many clips. Okay. So again, Instagram, you won't be able to see the video, but you'll be able to hear the audio. Go ahead and turn it up. Again, if you do want to see the visual version of the podcast, just go to my YouTube, type in Zone 864 podcast in the search bar. It should come up. Or you can go to my Twitter page. My Twitter handle is at podcast zone 864. You can watch it on Twitter. But I want y'all to pay attention to what Kwame Brown is saying in regards to this current Bill Cosby situation. Pay attention because what he's saying is very important.
I think that should tell us that, because this is what happens. They put these young men or old men now, and they attack them with groups. Women is a group that you can't speak against. They say believe all women, but in certain situations, for certain people, they don't believe all women. So they are using these groups to attack these black males. There was no real reason, based on what the Supreme Court found, for Mr. Cosby to be in jail, and he needed to be released immediately. And when anytime that happens in America, normally people say, well, trust the system. And that's what we say. We say, trust the system. America has a system for a reason. And that system failed us in the beginning. And that system worked in the end. So a man that should not have been in jail, Supreme Court let him out. But to me, my opinion is they still got to accomplish their goal, which was so that Mr. Cosby could not buy the network. Was I in the room? No, I'm going off what the Supreme Court just said. I do understand that there's an attack on all black males. Let's speak about Brother R. Kelly. Brother R. Kelly is one of the greatest performers in the history of performing. Do I know what R. Kelly did? Absolutely not. Am I speaking about his case? Absolutely not. What I'm speaking about is R. Kelly was a man who could not read and write. R. Kelly is a man who wrote, he produced, he sung, Trapped in the Closet. R. Kelly is a man that gave us hit after hit for 20 years, could not read or write. So R. Kelly has been trying to get a hold of his masters, and he's been fighting for his masters in court. And right before, allegedly, he gets a chance to defend himself to get his masters in court, now he's in jail. Now, I don't know what Brother R. Kelly did, but I know how much R. Kelly is worth dead. For all that material for 20 years, written and produced, to be owned by a record company, I guarantee you they won't stop you from selling R. Kelly and telling you how good it is to buy if R. Kelly was to die in jail. I guarantee you, if R. Kelly pass away with his masters and things still out, they will still sell it. So you got to ask yourself, black people, what are we watching here? So all of your great black males are just somehow rapists and just deviants. While Ben Roethlisberger can stand up erect. You tell us we need to buy and spend our money, and then And when the very same men, Jay Prince don't have a charge of that nature. He has a respectful jacket on through and through. And they've been attacking this man his entire life based on his information that he's put out. Said he had the money to put up and was pooling his money together with other black brothers. And they sent the FBI allegedly at him. And the DA, a crooked DA. So how can black men do what you say, Mr. Jackson? When we do try to put the money up, they send in the FBI and they're doing everything in their power to bring up cases and bring up charges with what the Supreme Court said was not enough information. But the man could still spend 3 years in jail and he could not use the money he earned to buy what he deserved to buy. See, the thing is, we got to start thinking black. We shouldn't be listening to nothing the white media is telling us. When the fuck did white media give a fuck about black people?
It's a word that we use to say a sex. Female is a word that we use that has a meaning. It means you are born with a vagina. You can have children. You have a uterus. When you are a male, you are born with a penis. You can get a woman pregnant. These words have real meanings. We cannot suddenly get into society where there are no truths.
So to acknowledge a social construct does not mean that we ignore biology, and it doesn't mean that we don't have.
Can men get pregnant?
Depends. I know. A social construct does not mean that we ignore biology, and it doesn't mean that we don't have.
Can men get pregnant?
Depends. I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
That means it's a woman. Only one sex can get pregnant.
That's a circular argument. That's
not a circular argument. Yeah. It's proving my thing. There is a truth.
I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
That means it's a woman. Only one.
I know that we don't have.
Can men get pregnant?
Depends. I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
That means it's a woman.
I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
That means it's a woman. Only one sex can get pregnant.
That's a circular argument. That's
not a circular argument.
Yeah.
It's proving my thing. There is a truth, a concrete truth. You have to be born with a uterus to have a baby. Only women can get pregnant. The fact that we've arrived in a society
right, that's the part I'm disagreeing with. That's the part I'm disagreeing with.
There's nothing to disagree with it. These are facts. So you can say that this person who is pregnant identifies as a man. That person was born a woman. I can tell you that every single time, because only women can have sex, because there are concrete truths about life.
Have babies.
Can have babies, pardon. And that is a hard truth about life. You cannot make that go away because you want to call a man, somebody who has a beard and dresses like a dude, a woman. Only if it's pregnant, I can tell you exactly what it is. It's a woman.
So I'll give you, let's go back to social construct thing, because then it'll answer the thing you just said. I'm not ignoring what you just said. I want to tie it together. So the idea of, my point was that a social construct doesn't ignore physical realities, right? The social construct is about how we as a society make sense of those physical realities, right? So, for example, you said we're Black, sure, right? I'm trying to think of you pick a light-skinned Black person, right? They're Black, right? We'd agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to PR. Let's go to Puerto Rico. Let's go to Jordan. Let's go to Iraq. Let's go to Sudan. Let's go to Ghana, right? And let's go to South Africa. I'm picking these places very specifically because they have different racial logics and racial paradigms. And what it means to be Black here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a universal Blackness, right? That if in Dominican, there might be 5 different other racial categories, right? And there are some light-skinned black folk here who, when they go to Ghana, get basically seen as white, right? Because of how we socially construct it. Doesn't mean my biology changed. Doesn't mean my physical reality changed, but how society engages this stuff is what makes it a social construct. So similarly, when it comes so I'm not ignoring the realities of race. So with race and racism in America, and then I'm gonna take it back to the gender thing. When it comes to race and racism in America, it's yes, biologically, we're all the same. Right? Black people, white people, there's an infinitesimal difference between a black person and a white person in terms of our genetics, right? This is superficial stuff. But that's a biological reality, right? It's a biological fact, right? Just like it's biologically true. True as me being born with a penis, right? But the truth is, but the idea that there's social meanings attached to that blackness that make people fear me, or that make people think that that person's life is worth more because they're white or whatever. Those are social meanings that are arbitrary and different. So to acknowledge social constructs doesn't mean you ignore biological realities.
But you just did that when you said that men could give birth.
So similarly, what I'm saying is that I'm not denying the biological reality of maleness, of the genitalia we're assigned at birth and what we can do with those body parts. I'm not denying that. That's a biological reality. Again, the social meaning I'm attaching to it is what I'm saying is more complicated.
But it's not complicated. Can men give birth?
Sometimes. That's my answer. Yes.
And the answer that is men give birth.
Is what I'm saying is more complicated.
But it's not complicated. Can men give birth?
Sometimes. That's
Mic check 1 2. Sorry, y'all. Apparently, my stream is being messed with. First, my Instagram went down. Then my Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope went down. So they definitely hear me. They definitely hear what I'm saying. It ain't no coincidence that my Instagram, Facebook, and Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and and my Twitter. That ain't no coincidence. All at the same time. Come on, all at the same time. Let me get back to what I was doing. I'm gonna wrap this up shortly, y'all, because I got to get something to eat. I'm hungry. So basically, in a nutshell, yeah, man, this dude Mark Lamont Hill is nuts off his rocker, man. If Buck Broken was a person, this is it. If Buck Broken was a person, it's him. And let's not stop there. Let's not stop there. Let me go to my Twitter. Let me see here. Go to my profile. Media. Kid Cudi. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Know what happened there, man. Instagram is messing up, man. Live video paused. You see here. Let's see. Kid Cudi. People that are celebrating Bill Cosby being released are fucking idiots. That is what he put on his Twitter page. And that's how he feels. He's entitled to feel how he wants to feel. But nigga, have you seen yourself lately? Kid Cudi, the person that's calling people like me and other people idiots for celebrating Bill Cosby being released from jail. The one that went on Saturday Night Live and wore a dress and tried to cover it up by saying he wore a dress as a tribute to Kurt Cobain. The one who basically has been buck broken, probably didn't even have no drawers on under that dress. The dude that's going to go on national TV as a black man in a dress because of a white man, because he's paying tribute. I know Kurt Cobain was a legendary rock and roll star. I get that. I get that. Music is transcendent. It transcends across gender, race, all that. I get that. But you're not about to catch me up on Saturday Night Live looking like this nigga here. That's just not going to happen. It's no amount of money. I don't care if they call me and say, hey, yo, Trap, we need you to go on Saturday Night Live and pay homage to Prince, because I love Prince. That's one of my favorite musicians and singers. But they said, we're gonna let you get on Saturday Night Live and perform, but you gotta wear these chaps with your ass out. I'll be like, no, thank you. Call somebody else, because there's no way, it's no amount of money you can pay me to get on stage with a dress on or to have something that got my ass out, especially in front of other grown men at all, especially in front of no children. There's no amount of money on this earth you can pay me to emasculate myself, to humiliate myself like that. This nigga look crazy. Look at this. Basically, so why I wanted to bring Mark Lamont Hill and Kid Cudi up in the same broadcast, the same sentence, is because notice, and Mark Lamont Hill is over here talking about men can have babies, men can have periods. Kid Cudi is over here talking about anybody that's celebrating Bill Cosby's release from prison is an idiot. But at the same time, he on Saturday Night Live wearing a dress. These dudes are clicked in with movements. These dudes are clicked in with their movements. This ain't coming out of nowhere. This is on purpose. This is not coming out of nowhere. This is on purpose. The same one talking about he's battling depression and wanted to kill himself and all of that nonsense after your ancestors fought so hard to have the liberties that you have today, you want to kill yourself? Your ancestors got slaughtered and murdered, and maybe he might not have slavery in his family. I don't know. But if he does, if he did, they didn't do all of that slaving. They didn't do all of that work for you to be wearing no goddamn dress on TV, nigga. And I know y'all not used to hearing me talk like I talk, but when it comes to black men being not masculine, taking a check to be emasculated and humiliated on TV, yeah, I'm gonna say what's on my mind, and I'm not showing remorse, and I'm not apologizing for it either. This is what it is. They want to get up there and do that, so I'm gonna say what I want to say. They making their statement by wearing dresses. I'm making statements with my words. Fair, even exchange. You don't want to be ridiculed. You don't want to be talked about in the media like that. Then don't put on a dress. Don't put on nothing that's gonna be showing your ass. But if that's what you want to do, that's cool. You can live your life how you want to. But don't expect me to hold my tongue when I got something to say. Hold on, y'all. Let me just let me see if it's anything else I want to cover. Well, I guess that's basically it, y'all. Damn, I actually stayed on a lot longer than I had planned to stay on, but I had a lot to say, so I had to say it, man. I had to say what's on my mind, man. Had to get it out of my chest, man. Had to put this out there to counteract all this buck breaking that's going on, man. They out here making fools of us, man. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank y'all for tuning into the Zone 864 podcast. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Show me your support. This is Black Media at its finest. And if you would like to contribute to the Cash App, my Cash App tag is $Z for zebra, 864, P for Papa, C for Charlie, $Z for zebra, 864, P for Papa, C for Charlie. If you would like to support the podcast via Cash App. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.